Well, Harley just announced the Pan America, finally. It's on their website. If you want to go look at it, you can check it out. I went ahead and looked at the specs for the bike that we know of, and I compared it to its most direct competitor, the bike that they were shooting for, which is the BMW GS 1250, just base model. And I'm going to put it up right here, what I found. And if you look at it, man, it's really comparable. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of the stuff that's a slight edge to Harley. It's got a lower seat height than the BMW, got higher ground clearance than the BMW. The fuel range and the miles per gallon and all that are about the same. It's got about 14 more horsepower, but then like 9 less foot-pounds of torque. So it's kind of a trade-off. It's a much higher revving engine than the BMW. From what I saw, it revs up to like 9,000 RPM, which is huge for a Harley. But anyway, I think it looks like a really competitive bike. The video that they put out was still very heavy on visuals and not specs. It was still very heavy on fluff. I hate to say it, or I hate to call it that, because it's not exactly fluff. They're selling you on the idea of the bike and showing you, wouldn't you like to be out in the desert doing all these things and camping and all. They're selling you on the idea of an adventure bike is what they're doing. But I still wish they'd put more emphasis on, here's the specs, here's how it compares to other things, and here's what these benefits, these features, here's how these features benefit you. I wish they would do that, but this was a much better, much more straightforward video than their 2021 launch that pissed everybody off. It was much more to the point. I think it was a shorter video. But anyway, yeah, looking at the specs, it looks pretty good. It's a couple $100 cheaper, I think, than a GS 1250. Man, everything about it looks pretty good. And the Revolution motor, I don't know how it's different from the old one, but the old one in the V-Rod and all that was known to be a pretty good engine. So I guess we'll see. And I think they're going to sell a lot of them. I honestly think they are. I think that and the Lowrider S are going to be keeping the lights on at Harley for a little bit. And if they can capitalize on this and take that new engine and come up with some new bikes, then, they really could. I mean, they might pull it off. I don't know. I thought this was a pretty good video, though. And they also showed some clips of the 1250 Custom, which I think is going to be the next big reveal. I don't know when that's going to be. The Custom doesn't excite me really at all. It just doesn't. I think it's going to be the replacement for the Sportster, which is going to be big for the company, but not for me. I don't care about that bike. What I do care about is if the Bronx ever comes back. That's something that people really wanted and didn't get it. I think it was going to be too expensive to make, but that's another topic. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. It was just overall, it was a good video. I think they're going to sell a lot of them. And it's very comparable to the BMW. And like I said, in some ways, it's got an edge. The biggest difference is going to be that it's chain drive, which is not a deal breaker. It's not a big deal. But that is going to be something that, some people are going to gravitate to one over the other. A lot of people like shaft drive, the BMW shaft drive. Between the two, I've never had a shaft drive motorcycle. I really would kind of prefer a shaft drive because it's just zero maintenance at all. Well, I say that. I mean, it's like anything else. You do have to mess with it every now and then, but it's not like a chain. But, chains have come a long way. And a friend of mine just said that they're making chains now that are, very light on maintenance. And so maybe it's not a big deal. But anyway, there you go. We'll talk to you later. Bye.